Hi, it's Twyla, and I'm here with Iris deJesus and Alvin Suarez, and they are involved with the
New York Lions Adoptive
Blind Baseball League. Yes.
the Adaptive Blind Baseball League.
Yes.
Tell me now, Iris, you are the coach,
I am the coach.
and Alvin, you are the...
I play shortstop, and I'm also the co-captain of the team.
Now, I've got to say that shortstop is a really busy position, and for you to be challenged vision-wise must be scary out there.
It was scary a little bit when I first learned how to play, because I used to have some vision when I was a kid and when I was a younger adult. I had to learn how to play baseball blind. Now, this sport is adapted for the blind. The ball actually has bells in it so we can hear it. So I had to get used to playing shortstop. It's a very active position, of course. But once I learned how to do it, it just became natural to me.
What size is this ball? Is it a hard ball, a softball, a in-between ball?
It's like a hard baseball size. It's not a softball size. And the game is played by sound. The ball has bells inside. And so let Alvin explain exactly in details, because he's so good at this stuff.
Yeah, so the ball is kind of a hollowed out rubber, has bells inside. It is the size of an actual baseball. I wish I had one on me, but I don't. And we self-pitch. So basically, we toss the ball in the air or we hold it in place. Just depends on your style. And you hit the ball, you put it in play, and then the fielders have to field the ball and throw it to the second base fielder, who's the only sighted fielder on the field with the defense. Iris here, our coach, is also our second base person. And then you have base runners. The first base beeps. You have to run around first base and make it to second in order for it to be a hit. There's a second base coach that claps with some noisemakers so that the runner knows where second base is. And then there's another third base coach also with clappers on third base so that runner knows where third base is. Home base, you have to listen to the umpire say play ball, and you have to be able to run down the line to home plate in order to score. And the runners do not advance until the ball is called fair. And the fielders are not allowed to go inside the cutout of the infield, and the ball has to be put in play. It has to hit the infield at least once before it gets to the outfield. That way, it's a safety issue. That way, the runners and fielders don't collide with one another.
Very, very smart.
And I must say that when the player is on third base running to home, they have 3 feet of distance that they can run straight.
Mm-hmm.
They must keep their distance, because if so, they'll be safe at home base. If they land outside of 3 feet, that's an out.
They're out.
You have to be within 3 feet of home plate when you come in to score.
Yes.
So, is this the only team in New York City?
It's the most active team right now, but there is another team in New York City. Right now, there are only 2 teams in the entire country for this kind of baseball, which is us and the other team. But we are hoping to expand this sport nationwide. There are plenty of other teams overseas in other countries. Italy, this type of baseball was adapted in Italy, so Italy has an actual league, along with Cuba, Pakistan, France, Germany, England.
Cuba?
And Cuba, yeah. They have teams. So,
wow.
So we're the U.S. version of
Yes.
what we hope will be a bigger league.
Now, this was founded by Lions International.
Yes. Lions International, along with our captain, Alex Barrera, who plays the outfield for us. And I'm also the co-captain. But that team started back in 2019.
Now, if I remember correctly, Lions Club has always been involved in helping individuals get glasses and have eye exams and that kind of thing, right?
They work pretty closely with the visually impaired community, and they actually do help with fundraising for a lot of the adaptive blind sports, including this one.
Is this open to anyone, men, women, trans?
Yes. We happen to have a female player, right? Her name is Maria.
A very good one, yes. She's a great outfielder. It is co-ed. We welcome blind and visually impaired players of all ages and skill levels to come and join us. There's always a spot for you. We have some sighted coaches and volunteers that help out, and we'd love to have you. Just come on down. We do have a Facebook page. It's the New York Lions Adaptive Blind Baseball League, and we are also all Lions members. We thank Terry, who is our main donor and helped us start our league and organization. But if you follow us on our Facebook page, you can keep track of where we're going to be and hit us up for any more information and how to join the league.
And what is Terry's last name?
Her name is Terry Palladini Baumgartner.
Is she challenged vision-wise?
No.
Tell me.
She's part of Lions Club International.
It's wonderful. Iris, how did you become the coach? You're fully sighted, correct?
Yeah, I'm fully sighted. I started as a volunteer, and I was voted. The team enjoyed being with me, communicating with me. I am a marathon runner, so I have always been athletic, and so I know how to communicate well, and we get along well in this team. So they nominated me and voted me in as coach. And so whether I want to leave or not, I'm here to stay with them. So
it's wonderful. It's impressive. We met because I was walking down the street.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, is the bat regulation major league?
It's actually a bit of a light, because they have their own sets of rules. This is actually a little bit of a lighter bat, because since we self-pitch in this league, that's basically a one-handed swing. So when I play beat baseball with the other team, I use a full regulation, like 38 ounce. This one's only like a 28 ounce. Mm-hmm. It's a metal bat, and I think 28 might, actually it might even be 32, might be the heaviest that we're allowed to use for that baseball.
What has it meant to you to play on this team?
Baseball has always been my favorite sport since I was a little kid. When I had more usable vision when I was younger, I still thought that I could eventually play professional ball, but obviously as I got a little older and started to understand my eye condition a little bit better, and then eventually lost a significant part of my eyesight when I was a younger adult, I was blessed to find out that there is baseball available for the blind. So in a way, even though I don't really get to play professional ball on any level, now that I'm a bit of an older player and having an eye condition, now that I know I can play baseball of some kind, it's just a breath of fresh air for me, because I love the game.
Iris, did you ever play baseball yourself?
Yes, in high school and college. And I also have 2 nephews and a cousin who is vision impaired. And I also play beepball, another form of adaptive blind baseball. And so
Speedball?
Beep baseball. It's the same one I play. She also has played the same one, or participated.
I participated, yes. We used to have annual fundraising. So I've always been involved to the blind community. And I always want to help them as much as I can. I also am part of the Achilles International, which I run on weekends or weekdays, and also run as a guide.
What have you learned about life from being involved?
Oh, I've learned right away how to be humble. When you think you have problems, there's people with bigger problems. People who want to even switch their lives with you for at least 20 minutes. And so I learned how to communicate, be more patient. It's just a joy to give. And so I always enjoy giving to my community. And this is the best gift that I can do.
It's remarkable. And you, Alvin, what's your takeaway from participating?
Well, it's basically the message from us is that we are just like any other athlete, despite the fact that we have visual impairments. We take pride in our craft. We love the sport that we play just like anyone else does. We're basically normal people, normal athletes. The only thing we can't do is see. Where there's a will, there's a way. If there is a way that we can find a way to play baseball, we found it, and we are, a lot of us are very good at it and love doing it. And we also are quite welcoming to anyone who wants to participate in some way.
Totally inclusive.
You know what I learned also about this team, about the members, that they're individuals who enjoy being independent. That just because they're blind doesn't mean that they need to be handheld. They have full lives, and I'm very proud of them They are full-time workers. They are homeowners. They do so much. They are parents, and so they're just like us. Just because they have less vision than you do, that doesn't mean anything. So it's just awesome just to be around them. You really learn a lesson.
That's wonderful. And you play in Randall's Island?
Yeah, that's where we practice.
And now I'm in the Bronx.
Right, and now we play in the Bronx for, what is it, Monsignor Scanlon High School.
Every Monday.
Every Monday we're there, and they're nice enough to donate their field to let us practice on every week.
Yes.
We were recently on the news on CBS, ABC, and News 12 in the Bronx. They did a feature story on us, so if you go to our Facebook page, you'll be able to see it there.
And have either the Mets or the Yankees joined in, and do they bring you to the games? Do they offer you any help?
We hope we can get that kind of backing. We're still relatively new, but at some point we're gonna try to correspond with them and see how they can get involved.
Yeah, and of course with COVID, maybe just now getting back to our lives normal, perhaps we can all get to the stadium.
Yes.
And so also taking precautions. We still wear our masks, and so we're very careful on what we do, what kind of activities we do.
Well, this is terrific. I'm so glad I met you and that you were willing to talk with me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.